Now, something you have to consider when learning about Smallville and watching Smallville is that they had a lot of missed opportunities, be it canceled shows, unrealized things about the show, expanded lore that you could really like tack on, make a whole universe out of. And speaking of lore and expanding universes, it brings us to today's topic: prequels expanding Smallville. Now, anyone who knows me, you know I love me a good prequel. I like seeing the backstory. I love a good origin story. Gets my creative juices flowing. So for Smallville, I think we actually have a lot of different scenarios that we can do for prequels. So, number one, a Kent prequel. So in Smallville, we learned that Jor-El has come down to Earth before, and he interacted with Hiram Kent. That's Jonathan Kent's dad, which would then be like Clark's adoptive grandfather. And like at this point, Clark is already like born, so I guess technically he would be older, if not as old as Jonathan. I don't know. That's weird. But Jor-El has come down to Earth. He speaks with Hiram. He says, "Hey, I would like to send my kid here. You're a great ass person." And Hiram is just like, "Okay." So I have to wonder, was Hiram like ever just sitting there waiting for an alien pod to come down and just an alien baby? Because I think he was like waiting for an alien to come. So I think that could be really interesting, that Hiram has a secret knowledge that really no one's supposed to know about. And I wonder, how did that impact how he raised Jonathan? Did that impact like their relationship? How did all that play out? I think that would be really interesting. Now, prequel number two. Now, an obvious one, the Luthers, because let's be honest, there is not a lot of exposition on Lionel Luthor's past or how Lex was raised. I mean, we know how Lex was raised. It was abusive. It was awful. But still, we want to see that. We want to see that. That was a bad way to phrase that. There's a lot of lore surrounding the Luthers, and I think it's very important that we see how Lionel grew up, how he became the person that he did. Was there anything that could have changed? That's really, it's really important. Now, as like a sidebar to the last one, we can also get the Veritas origins. We get the origins of all the members, the Teagues, the Queens, Virgil Swan, Lionel. I don't know how this would play out, considering we would have the Luthers one to go. But I mean, Veritas is also pretty cool. How do all these billionaires find out this knowledge and they come together? Did Virgil Swan have black kryptonite and off his evil self? Is that why he's such a better dude later on? These are questions we need answers to. Prequel number 4, and I am gonna get some hate for this. I want an Isabel Thoreau prequel. I want to figure out how the Stones of Power got there, how she learned the magic and stuff. How come that magic didn't get passed down the family line? Who knows? But I think that would be interesting. I really like the witch plotline of Smallville. Other people didn't. You're all entitled to your own opinions, despite the fact that mine is the right one. Prequel number 5, a Krypton one. This will explore more like Krypton as a whole, how Zod rose to power, Jor-El's rise in the scientific community, his rivalry and eventual enemyship with his brother Zor-El. Krypton has a lot of stuff that is like never covered in the show, mainly because like it's about Clark's upbringing as him in Smallville, but still, like that's like a whole universe you can like expand upon. Which brings us into the other thing, the Green Lantern Corps. How did the Green Lanterns deal with Krypton? Because that had to be one of their sectors. I was like, bro, there's like a whole bunch of stuff you can do with this, and it's never tapped on, and that makes me sad. I don't want to be sad. DC, get on this. Warner Bros. Al Goff, Miles Miller. If any of this seemed like interesting to you, hit me up.